Colin, what decisions are the Warriors facing this offseason?
Yeah, I think, there's really not a lot that they can do in terms of bringing in, new free agents from other teams or making trades. They just don't have a ton of flexibility. So I think, if you're looking at a trade that they can make, I think they're probably going to try to get rid of their first-round pick. I know it's not a sexy trade. They have the number 28 pick in the draft. There's already been reports that they're trying to get rid of that. They have so much money that they're paying to not only their top three guys, Steph, Clay, and Draymond, but also some upcoming possible extensions and their own free agents they need to take care of, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But I think one simple move they can make, trying to get rid of that first-round pick, they'll probably end up trading it for a future second or one of those fake future seconds that's top 60 protected or top 59 protected or whatever. But essentially their goal this offseason is to free up enough money to take care of their own guys.
Yeah, that's it. Colin's on it because he's around this team every single day. It's a money move. I think the pieces that they need in terms of who you might go out there and get in a trade are already in-house. Obviously, James Wiseman hasn't played a ton, but there's some confidence and some hope. He's going to be back. Moses Moody's a guy that people really like. And I'm partial to Jonathan Kuminga, who I think could be a great player, an outstanding player in this game, in this league in the years ahead. So I'm with Colin. This is a team that just won an NBA championship, that has a bunch of young guys they're optimistic about, that has their core that's obviously still in place, and most importantly, has Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things. As it relates to trades, and I know we're going to hit free agency, as it relates to the majority of this roster, they're in pretty good shape. It's about little minor calibrations and obviously not overhauls or major moves.
Yeah, and you heard Sherry talk about it in that piece about the fact that there's not a lot of high-profile free agents that are out there to fight for this offseason. But, Bill, if you're looking at free agents for the Warriors, I mean, who should they be targeting?
So the answer here is actually somebody that's internal, and I don't know. They can't afford. So the answer, I think, is Gary Payton II. I know he doesn't like being called the Mitten, but whatever you want to call GP2, that guy was a key contributor, and we saw him get some really important minutes down the stretch of that final game and the end of that series. The problem is, and to give the Warriors credit, this is true for a lot of guys. Otto Porter Jr. is another guy. GP2 has outplayed his contract, and that means that the Warriors recognize what he could be and were a part of bringing out the best in him. So is Gary Payton II going to be willing to take a big-time hometown discount because of the cap reality for the Warriors? I sort of doubt it, but that would be my priority, trying to make sure I can keep that guy because he fits perfectly into what the Warriors want to do and obviously what they just did.
Colin, you're already looking at Wiggins and Poole. Before we get your thoughts, here they are after last night's game.
And you about to get a bag. You about to get a bag. No. You about to get a bag. We about to get a bag. We about to get a bag. We all want to get a bag. Yeah.
Rings and bags, the big chats now. What do you make of that in the situation for Wiggins and Poole?
Yeah, so this is, Wiggins is going to be a free agent, not this summer, but next summer. But they're obviously already talking about extensions. I think Warriors owner Joe Lacob might have had a heart attack watching that clip during the celebration. He's probably hoping that Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole are going to be willing to take some sort of discount. But from that clip and from the way that they played in the postseason, they're going to want absolutely every penny that they can get. Look, the Warriors ownership is already paying a ton of money in luxury tax. They built the Chase Center as this kind of money factory, and it's starting to produce now that the Warriors are good again. So I don't think they'll be that hesitant to pay these guys what they're worth. You're hoping they could at least be around, where they are. Wiggins could take like $30 million. Poole could take $15 million a year, something like that. But even that might be a bit ambitious given the way that they played. But they need these guys. Both are up for extensions this summer. I think they're going to try to lock those up as early as possible to try to keep this team intact. Because as Bill mentioned, they're not only built to win now, but with these young guys, Wiggins is still younger than you think. Poole's 22 years old. All those rookies and young guys we're talking about, this team is also built up to contend in the future. But that requires locking up Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole this summer.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.